the inside times. Oh gosh, thank you. All right, I'll take it.
All right.
That's not been my experience. But I've had to be more awake than usual. I got a minor skin biopsy
Oh.
2 days ago. No big deal, but it's in like the most opposite part of my back to get. So I've had to do a lot of like I've had to use all the yoga contortions just to get the band-aid on.
Yeah, my husband had a little thing here. He had me look at it, and it was not like a ball and kind of chalky. I'm like, go.
Yeah.
He got
Oh
in
yeah.
the next day. They were like, it's pre-cancer. Thank God you came in.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Big day, big day,
yeah.
big day.
Sandra, can you hear me?
What time do they play, Larry? Are you going?
Saturday.
Okay.
It's one of those simple but not easy shows. I wish your team nothing but the worst. With love. Now I know you're a fan, we gotta go back and forth. Thanks. We have a Mets fan in the house. Just in case anyone was wondering. We do. But we love her, so you know, it's kind of okay, I guess.
You know, make it up to Cheryl.
I try to have fun with it. Like, you know, like I don't see how people get like overly worked up. I try to like make jokes with people, and you know, I think it's supposed to be. There was no Phillies where I grew up. Not when I grew up. It was all Mets and Yankees. No Phillies. I didn't even know anything about Phillies. Now it's different. Now it's different, but not when I was a kid. We didn't even have Philly stations. It was all New York. So now it's a little, you know. Don't say that. Anything you want to do? Postures, body parts? Lower back stretching? Okay.
Can we do some like arm wingspan stretching stuff that gets into the lats?
Okay. The chest?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right, let's do it. Take a nice seat. Close the eyes. Take a few breaths. You know, we were just kind of having a fun moment, and we're laughing with each other, and you know, you have to remember those are situations like, and we're talking about baseball, but like, you know, those are situations that you really don't have much control over, right? None of us have friends on the team. We don't know the coach. We're not going to call somebody up and give some advice, right? You're just in it to watch. But think of the things that like you can control, like we're going to in our practice, right? Those are the things you want to focus on. It's easy to get wrapped up in things that you don't have any control over. Right? Think about sitting in traffic. Things like that. There's no control on that. And those are the moments you have to recognize. And make the most of the moments that you can control. Easier said than done, of course, because like we're humans, so we have emotions and feelings and they change. But always trying to set ourselves up for success, right? And I know I'm preaching to the choir here for sure. You're all people who have chosen some sort of enlightenment. You want to be better in your life, in your day, right? That's the goal. When we say things like, you know, just take another breath, it's true, that's a new moment, right? Wash that shit off, take another breath, right? Reset the foundation, re-engage, and give your best self. Here on the mat, not that it's easy, but it's easier because we're with each other. And you see that person next to you and they're working hard, and it gives you the influence to work hard as well. Those are the things you can control. So start with your breath. Listen to yourself breathe. Feel how you can control your breath. That's one of our challenges in our practice, right? Is always to control our breath. That's what the Om is. So, you know, if you're wondering why I do Oms in all the classes, it's to control your breath. To see if you can go evenly, right? The whole way around. If you can accelerate the breath, if you can decelerate the breath, if you can stabilize the breath, just like we do in our body. And you know, most of the things I find the physical concept around. That, to me, that's the Om. What's the physical sense of controlling that breath? From listening to yourself breathe, to slowing down the beginning of the inhale and pushing more on the end of the exhale, to counting out the breath, to finding Ujjayi, right? Where is it that you need to settle into? These are all controllable things. Ujjayi is, we do Ujjayi breath because it holds the breath tight to us. We really want to control the breath. Feel the movement. Let the inhale lift the arms. And the exhale, bring the fingertips and the knuckle pads to root. The heels of the hands lightly touch as now the breath goes to that space between your palms. And one time together to initiate our practice, together the sound of Om. All together, deep breath in. We softly bow our head to our heart, our head to each other's hearts. Inhale, lift the head, open the eyes, release the hands. All right, let's start out in, excuse me, child's pose. We'll stretch that low back a little bit. So, you know, we always start out a little more of an active child's pose, so as compared to like more static where we're hanging out. So let the toes touch, take the knees wide so they're at least as wide as your mat. Let the arms go up overhead. Now take your head off the mat. So hug the hands in, lift the forearms up. Lift the inner biceps up, right? Feel the difference between inner and outer biceps. Slide the back of your neck to the ceiling and feel that. You can see how I'm lifting up off the mat, but now I'm softening down. And as I soften down, I feel this nice peel come up my spine. I feel this through my side bodies, my chest, these lats. But I feel good engagement in my spinal erectors between my shoulder blades. Keep working here. Keep the arms lifting up. Keep the sit bones rooting down to the heels. Now breathe up above the waist like you're peeling your spine out of your waist, and then soften the chest a little bit. One more breath. And then as you inhale, look forward. Walk your hands towards the right side of the mat. Root the left sit bone to the left heel. And now this will feel nice right through the low back. To get into the lat, TP your fingers on your left hand. And you'll feel right here start to stretch. Was that a sneeze? Bless you if it was. Right here. You could even walk your hands a little further towards the right. Feel the split of the energy. The sit bone reaches back, and then we breathe up above the waist. One more breath. Then inhale, come back to center. Soften down the middle. When you're ready, look forward, walk your hands towards the left. I'll put on some music for y'all in just a couple minutes. Now, root the sit bone to the heel first. So we could anchor, we could set that foundation. And then if you want to get into the lat, that's where we're going to TP the fingers a little bit. Then take another big breath. Let those ribs expand. And then inhale, come back to center. Soften down the middle. Next inhale, come up, all fours, hands and knees. So my hands are an inch or two in front of my shoulders, knees an inch or two behind your hips. Knees are hips width apart. Hands are just to the outside of my shoulders. Start to hug in. Feel that energy come up the arms. Squeeze these biceps, right, to support this elbow joint. Feel that good integration at the head of the arm bone, like this is too much, just like this is not enough, right? I want to settle into that space. But you see my upper back not collapsing, right, like this. It's nice and built up as I push down. Now your heels are going to try to do this. So sweep those inner heels out. Balance that by hugging the shins in. Pull your heels to your butt so the energy's running up the legs into the hips. Pull the pelvic floor up. Pull your belly button in. Pull your shutters closed. Now take a few breaths. Like a cylinder, let the ribs expand in all directions. Front to back, top to bottom, side to side. And then from here, cat-cow. Inhale, arch the back, lift the sit bones, reach through the crown of the head. Exhale, round the back. Look to your belly, lengthen the sit bones to your heels. Your inhale, arch. Your exhale, round. Now in lumbar, on the inhale, we're engaging the low spinal erectors. The exhale, we're stretching them, right? So we inhale, we lift the sit bones. Maybe we look up. Exhale, we're going to bring our sit bones to the backs of our knees as we look to our belly. And just undulate through, nice and slow. Staying with your breath. One more and then come to a neutral position, so find that flat back. The belly button to the spine is how my lumbar is safe. This wants to happen to me just like everybody. But that's my low back getting all crammed up, right? Pull that belly button. Now that's too much. Like that's not enough. So feel that get solid. Take another couple breaths here. Step back to plank. So we got the shoulders on top of the wrist crease. We're reaching out of our heels. So if my feet were like this right now, I'd be too long. I want to reach back, dorsiflexion. Then lift the hips, push back to downward dog. Now if you want to bend the knees, bend the knees. Work the upper body before you try to straighten the legs. So you want to hug the hands in. You want to keep the forearms lifting up and the inner biceps lifting up. You want to slide the back of your neck forward to the front of the room where the ceiling and the wall meet, kind of like you're looking towards the heels of your hands. I want to work the belly again, so pelvic floor, the belly button, the shutters. Now push your hands down and forward. Take your chest back towards your toenails. Now, if you want to straighten the legs, engage them. So pull your heels to your butt and your butt to your heels. That's how you engage your hamstrings. Then try to straighten your legs. One more breath. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, back to downward dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, back to downward dog. Keep it going. We're going to do 5. Now we're working through the arms a little bit. We're starting to move the shoulders. Keep pushing down and feel yourself lifting up away from the mat. Now this is my 5th one. When you're ready as you come forward, let the exhale lower chaturanga. That's when the feet go straight up and down. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take 3 nice breaths. So you could be low here. You could come up a little higher, wherever your flavor is, but shoulders are back and down away from the ears. When you're ready, lower the chest, push up through plank, back to downward dog. Look forward, bend your knees, step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up, take a nice big reach. And then exhale the hands by the side. Inhale the arms up. Now fire those legs up from your feet, right up your legs, right through the upper trunk here. Yep. Feel the arms starting to move, taking them through their ranges of motion. One more. This time let the right hand grab that left wrist. Take that side bend towards the brick wall. Take the head and the throat back. Take the arms back a little bit more. Yep. And then split the energy from hip to heel and then breathe up through the ribs. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands by the side. Inhale them up. We're going to do 3. Exhale by the side. Inhale them up. Yep, stay with your breath. This time as they come up, swap. So left grabs right. We root down into our right heel, and we side bend to the left. Feel that peeling out of the hip here and through that low back, but from the right side. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands down to your thighs. Sit back. So you want to push down here at the tops of the thighs. Let's clear some of this tension, right? Here's where the hip flexes, right? And these quads come up to these hip bones right here. So we're trying to persuade a little energy down away. Yep, so push your arms down into your legs. Let the weight of your upper trunk push down. We're persuading that little bit of space. Yep. Belly's in, shutters closed. Otherwise, this is going to happen. And it's this way. Just like that's too much, right? I can't go butt up to the sky either. It's going to cram my lumbar. Push down, rise up, take a nice big reach. Now charge those legs up. Core, reach up through your thumbs, get nice and tall. Maybe curl back a little bit. If your hips come forward, you're going to cram that lumbar spine. So keep the hips back and let the back bend happen under your shoulder blades. See, as compared to this. Here we want to work. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step the right leg back, lunge. And then high on the fingertips of the blocks. Power in the legs. See, at any moment that my hands come off the blocks, you see nothing changes, right? The power's in my legs. My hands are here to connect, which lets my mind kind of settle, right? Think about like the position we're in, vulnerable position as we're in a split, right? So your body's not really worried about stretching until it feels safe. That's what the hands to the blocks are. Now there's some more stability and your body goes, oh, well, he's okay now. He's nice and solid. Yeah, we can let some things stretch. Reach back out of the heel. Reach forward out of the knee. Forward out of the crown of the head. One more breath. Keep that right hand down. Draw that left elbow back. Take the twist. Keep spinning your right shoulder forward. Like the bicep forward. Spin the bicep forward so the shoulder roots back. Now reach back out of your heel. Forward out of your knee. Forward out of the crown of the head. Maybe even look up the arm. Inhale, come back to center. Now push from your right foot to your left heel. Step forward. Swing the arms up. Take a big reach. Curl back that little bit. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Place the hands. Step that left leg back, lunge, or whatever your side 2 is. That front knee right on top of the ankle. Let it track that second toe. The back heel is going to try to do this on the misalignment. So we're going to sweep that inner heel out. That's going to bring the left hip forward so it should feel more powerful as you hug into the legs and into the hips. Pelvic floor, right? The belly button's in, the shutters are closed. Slide the back of your neck towards the ceiling so your head isn't hanging like this. Slide it back. And now breathe. Expand in all directions. Then the left hand stays down. See, this is what I got to do. I got to turn the bicep forward so the shoulder roots back. Now I can draw that elbow back. Maybe I reach up. Don't let that left hip collapse, though. Keep working that left hip up. Soften that right one down. Reach back out of the heel. Forward out of the knee. Forward out of the crown of the head, maybe look up the arm. Inhale, come back to center. Push from that left foot to that right heel, step forward. Swing the arms up, big reach. Wider is going to be freer, more accessible. Narrower is going to be more challenging. Not a right or wrong, whatever feels better in your arms and shoulders. Inhale, come up. Take that right hand behind your back. Left hand to your elbow, we'll work those lats again. Stand up nice and tall in your upper back, not in your waist forward. And then just draw the fingers up, and you get that stretch through the tricep here. Here's the big stretch in the lat. Exhale, release. Inhale the arms up. Swap side two. Use the pushing your head back into your forearm. That's where we say the force feedback. Use that to stand up tall. When you have something to push on, right, you get that feedback. It's easier to get that connection. That's root to rise, right? Push down in your feet, feel yourself lift up. Exhale, release. Inhale the arms up. Take the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers. Fill those ribs up with breath first before we pull the shoulders back. And then exhale, take the shoulders back. Take the hands away from your back a little bit. Head and throat back. Exhale, release. Inhale the arms up. Maybe curl back that little bit. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step the right leg back, lunge. Inhale, come up, Virabhadrasana, one crescent. Right? So build on that. We stepped back before, we reached out of the heel to help extend the hip. Right? These are muscles that are going to balance out the hip flexors to clear the lumbar spine. Right? We're trying to activate some of these good muscles. Now reach up through your thumbs. Now if you want to curl back under the shoulder blades. Don't let it go to your low back. One more breath. Exhale the hands down, step forward. See, that's that good extension through the hip. Keep the knees bent, reach the left leg back. Find that lunge. Inhale, come up, Virabhadrasana, one crescent. So keep that front knee right on top of the ankle. It's going to try to do this when you come up. You might have to bend back into it a little bit. Then reach up, pull those shutters closed. Now maybe curl back. Stay with your breath. One more. Exhale the hands down, step forward. Swing the arms up, big reach, charge those legs up. Maybe curl back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold, stay with your breath. Right? Control it. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, place the hands, step or jump back, downward dog, move through your vinyasa 3 times. So flow through a little bit. Stay with your breath, right? Control those actions. Accelerate, decelerate, and stabilize yourself. So start, stop, and hold. We'll meet back in downward dog after those 3 vinyasas. Keep pushing those hands down and forward. Keep that weight going back towards your chest, going back towards your toenail, so the weight goes to the legs a little more. Keep breathing. Reach the right leg straight back. Step it through, lunge. Spin the back heel, climb the bent elbow to the bent knee. Extended side angle, Utthita Parsvakonasana. Line it up, right? Balance beam pose, heels in line with the arch. Front heel with back arch. Plug that arm in, sweep that bicep up along the cheek. If you want to bring the hand down to the block or the floor, go for it. If you want to keep it on the knee, awesome. Wherever you want to play. Now keep working to open that right side body, so from hips to armpit. We don't want this side crescent. It's got to go this way. Yep. Now pull the belly in, pull those shutters closed, and try to rotate open a little bit. One more breath. Push into the front heel. Inhale, come up into that warrior two. Bring that gaze right over your middle finger as you reach through your back hand a little bit, because we tend to do this. You just reach back a little bit. Keep this inner thigh opening. So sit bone to heel, or sweep your heel towards that wall with the window and the door, and the knee will go to the bricks. One more breath. Exhale the hands down. Spin the back heel up, downward dog, move through one vinyasa. Don't let your head hang. Look towards the heels of your hands. Let the muscles in the back of the neck ignite. Reach the left leg straight back. Step it through, lunge. Spin the back heel, right? I make the balance beam, the line from heel to arch, then I climb the elbow to the knee. If I'm going to stop and plug. Otherwise, I'm sweeping that bicep up along the cheek. Keep ripping those feet together, front heel back and back arch forward. Keep pushing down into your left heel. The weight's going to want to go to the ball of the foot and the toes. Work from the heel. Now pull your belly in and your shutters closed. That's where we start to rotate open. Maybe we look up. When you look up, you'd be looking right up into your bicep. One more breath. Push into that front heel. Come up tall into that warrior two. Reach through the back hand just a little bit. This thigh is going to try to do this. Keep it rooting back. That's going to stress the stretch. The knee's going to try to collapse it. Keep opening the knee out towards the wall with the window and the door. Now, not a lot of chill here, right? It's full on. Keep the belly button working to the spine. Bring that gaze right over the middle finger. One more breath. Exhale the hands down. Spin the back heel up. Downward dog, move through one vinyasa. Stay with your breath. Keep the chest working back towards the toenails. Keep looking towards the heels of your hands. And when you're ready, slowly lower your knees. Just take a little break. Grab a drink. Yana Mudra, child's pose, whatever feels good to you. Close your eyes. And then let's, when you're ready, if your eyes are closed, inhale, open them. Everybody exhale, hands down, all fours. Take a couple breaths. Start to build up that low mountain again. This is low mountain, right? I'm in a pose right now. This tends to be a little hangout, right? This isn't a hangout. If you came up and tried to move me, you can see from my arms, you can see how much I'm hugging in, right? You can see my arms are all fired up. Same thing with my legs. Everything's fired up here. Hugging muscle to bone, creating some stabilization. And then when you're ready, right arm up and left leg back, spinal balance. If you want to go plank balance, it would be here from the plank. Exhale, lower, left arm up, right leg back. Thumb is up, toes are down, lower. Put it with your breath. Inhale, right arm up, left leg back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left arm up, right leg back. Reach out of your heel. Exhale, lower. Keep it going. Wherever you're at, you got to hug the forearms into the center, the middle of the mat, like your midline. You got to hug the legs in to the midline. You want to reach back out of the heel. Forward out of the fingertips. Forward out of the crown of the head. One more each side. So if you started with your right arm and your left leg, finish with your left arm and your right leg. And then lower to your bellies. Take your right hand underneath your chest, bend your left knee. This is a start. We're going to get deeper on this, all right? So we'll start here with the quads, and then we're going to probably go leg up the wall is what I'm thinking. So here, to clear the lumbar spine, right, take your forehead to your forearm. That'll put you in the most neutral position. In the pelvis, you want to hug the knees into the midline, so you want to adduct, hug to the center. Now, bring your belly button to your spine and push your pubic bone down into the yoga mat. Now draw your heel towards your sit bone. Remember, those quads are attached to the hip bone. So as you stretch and try to pull them, they're going to pull your front of your pelvis forward to the mat. You got to pull your belly button away from the mat to your spine. That's a shit ton of work. Watch the boing as you release. Swap side 2. See, when I'm up like this, to me, I just feel this in my low back. So right away, I go forehead to forearm. But whatever feels good to you. Hug the knees in, then the belly goes to the spine, and the pubic bone, or your junk, is pushing down into the yoga mat. Now draw the heel towards the sit bone. And feel that nice stretch coming up the front of that thigh. And then watch the boing. Just place your hands, push your knees down into the mat, and just push yourself back to child's pose. The arms are going to be overhead. The inhale is going to come up like all fours with your knees wide. The exhale is going to soften the pelvis towards the mat. The inhale is going to push back up like all fours with your knees wide. The exhale goes sit bones to heels. So we go inhale, come up. Exhale, soften. Inhale, push up. Exhale, push back all together. Keep it going. Inhale, come forward. Stay with your breath. Exhale, soften the pelvis. Inhale, push back up. Exhale, push back. Keep going. Nice little way to clear the lumbar spine through the adductors. Those are the muscles on the inside of your thighs. Muscles that are going to pull the knees, not the thighs, but the knees for you to think of, into the center, right? Towards one another. Right now, how are we stretching? We got the knees away from each other. One more. And then just take a couple breaths here in child's pose. Full breath in, complete breath out. Feel that low back starting to open up here for you. Maybe feel the lats opening up as it's a little freer as the arms go overhead. And then inhale, come up, all fours will meet. When you're ready, step back to plank. And then downward dog. Full breath in, complete breath out. Roll to the outside of the right foot, stack the left foot on top or in front. So here'd be a little more therapeutic, right? Stepping that foot in front. This is going to be a little more challenging. Turn the bicep forward to root into the upper back. Maybe reach up, maybe look up the arm. Now breathe. Maybe lift that left leg. Yeah. Lower the leg. Inhale, come back to plank. Push back, downward dog. Take a breath. Roll to the outside of the left foot. Stack the right foot on top or in front. Maybe reach up. Feel yourself lifting up away from the mat. Maybe you lift the leg up. You play with the balance a little bit. Lower the leg. Inhale, come back to plank. Push back, downward dog. Full breath in, complete breath out. And then reach the right leg straight back, step it through, pigeon. So this is my bad knee. I can't bring my shin very parallel with the mat, but you're trying to take your knee nice and wide to the right edge of your mat, your left knee in line with your hip. Hug your knees together like you're ripping your front knee back and your back knee forward. So there's a lift underneath you. Activate from your foot, both feet really. Breathe up above the waist. Feel the energy, hold in the hips. Feel the energy, hold up through the upper trunk, right? You can control this. Same thing here. When you fold, don't collapse. So I could come to my forearms, right? But you see there's still an active engagement in my upper back as compared to this. This doesn't get me where I want to be, right? This is me just collapsing to the mat. I want to stay engaged as I now let the back of the hip and down the back of the leg open up. So I keep good integrity to my spine. Keep looking forward. Keep sliding the back of the neck to the ceiling. One more breath. And then inhale, come up, place the hands. When you're ready, lift the hips, unwind that right leg, reach it back to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Keep the leg up. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, back to downward dog. Inhale, come forward to plank with the leg up. Back to downward dog. One more time. So we play a little dynamic through the arms, the shoulders, and we fire those glutes up and those hamstrings. Lower that right leg down, take a breath. Reach the left leg straight back, step it through, pigeon side two. So you could see on this side, I could get a lot more parallel, right? So my knee is wider. This would be collapse. This. Right? No, there's no foundation left. So take a breath. You got the foundation set. Now you got to hold it. So you got to hug in. Right? You can control that with muscle energy. Then if you want to fold, go for the fold. And you're getting some front of the thigh on that right leg, where you're getting big glute down the back of the leg on the left. Yep, keep looking out in front of you. Couple more breaths. And then inhale, come up, place the hands, take a breath, no rush. When you're ready, lift the hips, take that left leg back to where the ceiling and the wall meet, keep it up now. Come forward to the plank with the leg up, back to the downward dog. Come forward with the leg up, back to the downward dog. One more. When you get back, take a breath, lower that left leg down. Take another breath. Look forward, bend your knees, step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up, take a nice big reach. And curl back that little bit. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands in front. All right, grab your mats, find a spot on the wall. We're gonna go quad stretch up the leg up the wall first, quad stretch. Then we'll do some inversions. So if you're at home, you don't have the wall to do the quad stretch, to take your leg up, you can always just come to this position. Okay, so this will give you a similar quad stretch as we're doing. You just have to hold your leg as compared to we're going to take it up the wall. All right, so we're going to start with the right leg up the wall. So if you're super tight in those quads, the easier way to get up is to bring the side of your thigh to the wall and then spin as you take the foot up. And then you're going to step this left leg under like lunge. Or you just take your leg up the wall, whatever feels good. One's not better than the other. Now from here, the closer that your knee is to the wall, the more intense this is going to be. So if you need this to be a little more accessible, move your knee forward off the wall like this a little more. Now, if you want, come up hands to the bent knee. If you feel better staying low, stay low. For some of us, these quads are going to be super tight. Now, keep your belly button working to your spine. And already the stretch is huge right in the front of the thigh. Keep dragging the back knee forward. Keep the belly button working to the spine. Keep the shutters closed. Now, some of you are going to go arms overhead and take your thumbs to the wall. To me, goes right to my lumbar spine. Not a thing that I do. But if that's comfortable for you, challenge yourself. Go where what feels good to you. Yeah. Couple more breaths. Shit's getting real, right? You're starting to feel there's a huge opener here. And then if your arms are up, lower them down. Everybody bring your hands down to the floor. Then you're going to unwind that front knee and then the back leg. Yep, so you kind of unwind your way back out. You can just take a breath or two, swap. So see, I can just take my leg up the wall that way. And then I want to step this right one under like a lunge. And then it always takes me a couple breaths or a couple different breaths to come up depending on what I did the day before. Whew. Yesterday I was redoing my steps. So I was squatted down all day. My hip flexors were so tight, this feels awesome right now. Keep dragging that back knee forward. The belly button draws to the spine. And then the shutters close and you start leaning back that little bit. And the stretch just keeps getting better. Better as in intense, for sure. And then if the arms are going to go up, go for it. If it feels better to keep your hands down. I've told you all there's been plenty of times I've stayed down here. Haven't even come up. It's just where you need to be. One more breath. Then if the arms are up, lower them down. Then that front leg. Then the back. Awesome. All right. I'll talk for inversions. I'll talk everybody through downward dog and L pose. If you want to do handstand, headstand, tripod pinch, anything you want to mess with, right, on your own, go for it. If it's not your day to invert and you want to go legs up the wall or do a pose that feels good to you, awesome, go for it, okay? So if you want to stick with me, we'll go all fours, hands and knees, feet are touching the wall. You're going to go on your own whenever you're ready. When you're ready, set it up, lift the knees and the hips, come to a short downward dog. Step one foot up the wall, then the second foot up the wall. If your knees are bent, you're in downward dog inverted. If your legs are straight, you're in L pose. Yeah, awesome. Keep breathing here. Nice, y'all. Keep pushing down, right? We were talking about pushing into our feet, right? And feeling our legs engage to lift us up. Well, here we're going to push down into our hands or our forearms, right? We're going to feel our body lift up away from the mat. We want that. More challenging? Yes. Because your arms are made for something different than your legs are made for, right? That's why your legs are the size that they are and your arms are the size that they are. But we get some friends in the game, right? And we can hold ourselves up. Nice, y'all. Awesome. Remember to exhale when you kick up. That's going to take care of the low back. Whenever you exhale, your transverse abdominis is the deepest of your abdominal walls. It draws in. So every time you exhale, your belly draws in, which means it does what to your lumbar spine? Supports it. So when you kick up, right, or if you're exercising, that's why you do a lot of exhales, right, when you're doing something that's intense. It's to get the core to fire up and keep that low back safe. Slow, slow. You don't need momentum. You. You don't need momentum. Yeah, as slow as possible.
I was going to try to fight when I
Of course you were. I was going to try to pike. I love it.
She was doing the plank balance while you were doing the floor balance. I was like, well, I guess I got to do that now. Treated to it.
It's a loving influence, right? Like you see the person next to you working hard and you want to work hard, right? About 30 seconds or so. All right. Let's meet on our bellies. We've done a lot to make this pose accessible, all right? It's challenging because, remember, the quads want to pull the front of the pelvis forward, right, to the mat, and you got to keep working it to your spine. Otherwise, that lumbar, right, is challenged. We're going to neutralize that space, and you want the back bend to happen in that middle upper back, right, underneath your shoulder blades. So bend your knees, reach back, grab your ankles, your feet, or your strap. And don't pull your heels to your butt as much as you can. Just grab them. If you can grab your ankles, you want to go back to dorsiflexion like this. So I'm in a neutral foot. If this is where you're at, awesome. If this is where you're at, same awesome, but just play where what feels good to you. Now, just for this moment, right, hug your knees in. You're going to do that the whole time, hug your knees in. But just for this moment, push your knees down. It's going to feel like your butt came up in the air. It did. But we're going to take that away right now. We're just using the space. Now, go belly button to spine and push your pubic bone into the yoga mat, like junk down to the yoga mat. Now, look forward. Lift the chest. Now, draw your hands into your feet as you kick your feet away into your hands. But keep your pubic bone rooting down into the mat so the lumbar is nice and safe and the back bend's happening in the thoracic spine, that middle upper back. One more breath. Don't let your knees splay. Keep hugging them in. Now, watch the buoying as you release. Take your hands under your head. Just make a little pillow. Turn your head to one side. You could do some butt wiggles like this or some reverse windshield wipers like this, whatever feels good. The The reason we do a twist or a neutral fold after back bends is to make sure if anything funny tried to jump in there, we clear it out. So these are moves that will balance out your back bend. Then inhale your head to center. We'll do one more. Bend the knees, reach back, grab the ankles, the feet, or the strap. Remember, don't pull your heels to your butt too far. You're going to kick them away anyway, right? So don't pull in too far. For just this second, push the knees down. Bring the belly button to the spine. Bring your pubic bone to the mat. That's the lumbar clearing. Look forward as you lift the chest. Keep looking forward as you lift the chest. So when you look forward, you're going to make space, like you're peeling your spine out of your waist. And then you're going to curl back into it. Breathe. When you're ready, watch the Boeing. As you release, swap your hand. So if your right hand was on top, left hand now. Turn your head to the other side. And do your little butt wiggles or your reverse windshield wipers, whatever feels better. And then come to neutral. Roll over onto your back. Hug those knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug or make a couple small circles on that lumbar or on that sacrum there. Sacrum's the top of your pelvis, so it should feel nice as you do this. And then come to neutral. Keep the knees bent, lower the feet to the floor. Inhale the right leg up, cross it tight over the top of the left. The hips are going to go to the right as the knees are going to settle to the left. If you want to take your arms out again, take your arms out to the sides. You could extend them out. Keep the belly in, keep those shutters closed. That nice twist through the spine, those spinal erectors, those obliques. Inhale, come back to center. Unwind the legs. When you're ready, left leg lifts up. It crosses nice and tight over the right. The hips are going to go to the left as the knees settle to the right. Back to the breath. Feel the breath. You can't get as deep of a breath in a twist, right? Because we're squeezing where our lungs are. So the breath isn't as deep. But that's part of the game. Recognizing those moments. Inhale, come back to center. Unwind the legs. Take the legs out straight. Reach the arms up overhead. Take a nice big stretch. Nice reach. Spread the fingers, spread the toes. Hug those knees to your chest. Take the knees wide, come to happy baby. Keep your sit bones working down towards the mat. This is going to try to happen where your butt's going to try to fly up to the sky. So go this way. And then knees wider than your shoulders. And start to draw those knees towards your ears. And we get a nice stretch in the inside of the thighs, the back of the hip. If you want to reach one leg out or both legs out, you go to the back of the legs again. And then inhale, come back to center. Exhale the legs out straight. We'll take Shavasana. Beautiful practice, crew. Feel free to add or remove layers or props. I'm going to talk everyone through laying flat. Now for the lumbar, what you do is Lift your butt up a little bit and push the fleshiness towards your heels, and then place your butt back down. And there'll be this nice settling that comes over your low back. You could also take the blanket or the blocks under your knees. That'll put a little crease in the hip, and it'll let the low back settle. Arms come along the sides. As the open palm turns to the sky, feel the shoulders settle back. Let the head rest back. Maybe let your eyes close. Allow the tongue to soften from the roof of the mouth. We let the body get heavy. We'll let the mind turn back to the breath. We'll let the heart open. As from here, we get to play in the yoga of life, the challenge of life, the practice of life. And just as we talked about earlier, find those moments. Moments that you can control, you can improve, you can grow from. Because whether it's here on the mat or in the yoga of life, we take a breath, we set a foundation, we engage, and we express. Begin here to draw in a deeper breath. Feel the breath as it washes over the body from your toes to your fingers, the crown of your head through your heart. We reawaken that better version of ourselves. The fingers and the toes begin to wiggle. Maybe the arms and the legs begin to stretch. Or we reach in a way that feels good to us. Take your time, slowly and consciously. When you're ready, you can hug your knees to your chest. Just roll to the right side. Take a breath or two here. Take your hands underneath your head. Make a little pillow. Let yourself reacclimate. When you're ready, you can push your hands down. Come up to a seated position. We'll meet together with our eyes closed, with our hands in front of our hearts. And one more time to seal in our practice, our time together. The sound of Om. Deep breath in. Beautiful. As we softly bow our head to our heart, our head to each other's hearts. For all of that hard work and that determination, that challenge, the love and the support you always give each other, it's to you that I bow. Namaste. Thanks, crew. Good to see everyone. Questions or anything feels weird, get me before you go. Maybe I'll see some of y'all tomorrow or Saturday. If not, I'll see you soon. Thanks, crew. Home crew, you know if you need me, hit me up. Nice little therapeutic today.
Thank you very much. Good. Yeah, that's nice. Getting here from the chair.
That's the hardest part.
Does require focus.